first things first, I regret to inform you all that I am dead. I died of liver failure when I tried to have a drinking game to take a drink every time a gaming journalist makes a point about Sonic having a rough transition to 3D in the Sonic Colors Ultimate review. The outcome, I fucking died. Always drink responsibly, folks. And don't make a drinking game out of gaming journalists regurgitating the same old points about the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise for the past fucking 20 years. What's interesting about this is I think gaming journalists have gone easier on Sonic Colors Ultimate than I think Sonic fans will. I think this is one instance where the gaming journos are giving the game a big thumbs up and 8 out of 10 scores, while I think Sonic fans are going to be quite a bit more critical of this one. And I kind of predicted this might happen in my Sonic Forces vs Sonic Colors video, that the gaming journalists would give the game around about 8 out of 10 reviews just because they haven't fucking played the remaster, but they played the original Sonic Colors and thought it was pretty good. And I'm finding that to become a bit self-evident. Now, another reason why giving games number scores is kind of just bullshit is that there's a million different angles and perspectives to approach this at. Put it this way, if you want a Sonic game, Sonic Colors Ultimate is a good-ass Sonic game. It's Sonic Colors. Sonic Colors is a good game, and they didn't completely bugger it up. So you want to get Sonic Colors, get the game, you got Sonic Colors, there it is. Sonic Colors is a damn good game. I think I've been a little too harsh on it in the past, as I really enjoyed my little hands-on experience with it today. As far as a remaster or even just a re-release goes, that's where things get a little bit more complicated. Now I'm going to say this straight up, this isn't the review as such. I'm going to wait till I've A, finished the game to do a proper review of this, and B, I'm going to wait until the game's a little more released. Like, this is just the early access right now. And from what I've heard from the Sega rep Katie, there's supposed to be a bunch of patches coming in the near future. There's already been a day one patch, but like there's still more to come, so what we're playing here appears to be quite an early version of this game in the grand scheme of things. And yeah, it really feels like an early version, I'm gonna say that. Like, playing Sonic Colors Ultimate, for me so far, has been a very bittersweet experience. I guess I'll start off with the good things. I'm playing this game on the Nintendo Switch Lite. I can't afford the big one, stop making fun of me. And well, the distinctive art style of Sonic Colors has carried over onto this generation really nicely, as this is one of the prettiest looking games that I have on this little Nintendo Switch Lite. I can hear you muttering things under your breath, okay? If you're gonna get that way, if you're gonna be elitist about it, you can just get the fuck out of here right now. I got no time for that shit. Yeah, at first glance, the game looks gorgeous. Like, really, really pretty. As far as the overall image goes, and playing this and everything, yeah, this does look better than the Wii version. Been saying that for a while, but like, actually having it hands-on, yeah, it looks better than the Wii version. I mean, obviously, with the Nintendo Switch, I can't run it in 4K, but that's just as well. I don't even have a 4K TV anyway, and it runs at 30 frames per second, but it is a pretty consistent 30 frames per second, with only a couple of drops in my experience. I will say this, it'd be a whole lot better if it had no drops whatsoever, given that this used to be a Wii game, but it is, in fairness, a Wii game that has very much been reworked, so I guess it's fair? I don't know. Now, while we're still talking about the good aspects of the game, I want to say the little additions made by Blind Squirrel Entertainment are really nice. I love the customization feature, and I love playing with the movie Sonic cosmetic add-ons. I even made a very blue version of Sonic, which I've always thought is quite a cool idea, is having a Sonic that stays strictly in the blue color scheme. I am never, ever going to wear the gold and silver wearables. They just don't look very good in my opinion. But yes, the park tokens have very much encouraged a bit more exploration, which I'm really happy with. I think the Jade Ghost Wisp, yeah, that's pretty good for exploring new areas too. I've had a bit of fun using that too. Yay! A new layer has been added to the game. But perhaps the best thing about this, which has made the whole experience 10 times more enjoyable, is the newly enhanced homing attack. Getting to home onto enemies within a certain time and being rewarded with boost and a different animation, that's great, but also, like, my boost has not been in short supply this time around. Whereas in the original Sonic Colors, there were lots of stretches where you just have no boost and there'd be a lot of precision platforming. The boost actually works quite well with the platforming in this game, it seems. And for that, I seem to have had a bit more fun with this than I did the original Sonic Colors. That is an addition where it's like, if that's all they added, I think, like, this would be just better. And in terms of the new music as well, I think across the board, it's good. It gives it a new sort of audible language to this game. It's in a very different style to the previous soundtrack, which is why it's incredibly baffling to me that they've basically made the remixes for a selection of acts, and then the rest of them have the original music, because it's in a very different style. So I'm not really sure why they did that, as opposed to just, I guess, the more obvious decision, having a soundtrack toggle. Kinda weird that, just baffling thought process there. More baffling stuff is just that the cutscenes are clearly upscales of the Wii versions, and they look smooth and they look crisp, but like, the lighting is undeniably different here. And it's like, I feel like you could do some color grading just to kind of replicate the lighting a bit more. It's not gonna be exact, but just, you know, do something with it. And then if you want to re-watch the cutscenes, you've got to watch them on this very small screen within the options menu, which is, again, baffling, but I guess that works out, because why the fuck would you want to watch the cutscenes again? So yeah, so far it's a mix of really great stuff, a really nice visual aesthetic, some nice new musical choices, and some just baffling decisions. Oh, one more baffling decision. Like, why does everything make a spring sound effect now? Everything goes boing, from the dash pads to the stunt rings, and it's like, okay, it is nothing wrong with it, but why? But alright, now we're gonna delve into the bad of this remaster. And there is some very bad in here. Stuff that just makes me say, fuck, this isn't done yet. This needs more time. And it's stuff that just stands out clear as day, like the fact that there's a weird sort of after image thing going on when you charge up your laser wisp. A lot of pop in and pop out on different objects. The culling is just all over the place in this. But worst of all, the audio. What the hell is going on with the audio in this game? I got boost sound effect coming out the left earphone, I got rings coming out of the right, music not playing over result screens? The fuck happened here? The most egregious examples of this are in Starlight Carnival Act 5, where it's just like, every sound is cutting out too early. From the rings, to the bonk sound effect that Sonic makes on the robots, to the announcer yelling, hover! Like, he just goes, huh. What the fuck happened here? The Starlight Carnival boss fight is missing muzzle flares on its guns when it shoots, and it's like, you could just see these little balls just coming out not of the muzzles, but like just of the back of the gun. And it's just, what happened here? What happened? And it really does show in the end product, because this is kind of just an unfinished, very scuffed up remaster. It's better where it counts, I'll say that. Like, I think the new visuals and the new lighting are better. It's just very unfortunate that there's a lot of interruptions in the immersion because of little bugs and technical difficulties. Welcome to Sonic Colors Rise of Lyric. But this is what I'm saying, is there's so many different angles that you can approach this with. If you just want a good Sonic game, or a good platformer even, just get it. You'll have a good time. It's not very expensive, all things considered. But it's like, could I give this an 8 out of 10 as a remaster? Not really, because it's just so obviously not ready yet. Better looking overall, sure, but there's just so many quirks that were just not present in the Wii version. And I tell you what, it is just disheartening to me to see that even in 2021, Sega are still willing to approach Sonic with half measures, that they're still willing to release unfinished games under the Sonic brand. How many times has this happened now? How many times has Sonic fallen victim to just unfinished games? Why do Sega think it's acceptable to do this with one of the biggest video game IPs in history? Arguably the second biggest video game IP in history. It baffles me so much. So am I glad I bought it? Am I having fun? Hell yeah. Do I think it's good enough though? No. Not by a long shot. It's going to take quite a bit of patching to fix this one, I think. And if they don't patch these problems out, I don't know what this is going to do for Sonic's reputation in the future. But as it stands, like, I'm having fun, and I'm sure you'll have fun too. It's just a real shame that, you know, it's not as good as it could be. So what do you guys think? If you enjoyed this video and you want to support more like it, be sure to hit that big, beautiful subscribe button. And of course, in the description below are links to different social media feeds, including the Patreon. If you're feeling extra generous, like the following people, who are JK Strife, Marcus Ward, Sirius the Skeptic, Biotinarts, Mr. SP, Sergio, Adam Myers, and Fayalan Schwarzentraub. Thank you guys, you are the best of the best, but as for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching guys, and have a great day.